My name is Reese, and my wife and I have been attending Stonegate for the last 15 weeks. Life for me before 2024 appeared that I had it together. It appeared that I was strong, that I was a very moral man, a good role model. I was performing. Pride is blinding, and it blinded me to the one thing that you need for God to use you, and that's weakness. My wife, the day before Thanksgiving in November 2021, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through 40 rounds of chemotherapy, 30 rounds of radiation, surgery, and people on the outside saw a man that strived and strained to try to be there for her, for the kids, and it was wearing me out. Summer 2024, God exploded all the pretending and all the white knuckling, trying to be great in my own strength. It started with me transitioning from a job. I left a workplace where I really had deep relationships and I was rooted. And to leave that was very sad. I started dealing with grief. At the time, one of the main wrestles was I didn't view God correctly. I thought of God as a cruel taskmaster that I was trying my best to hear him say, "Well done," in my own strength. And so that summer, I started dealing with anxiety and depression. I started to not sleep. I started to lose weight. And so by the time August gets here, I am experiencing mental illness. I'm starting to battle with suicidal ideation. I started to have enough thoughts about it that my wife, lovingly and wisely, she hides the knives. And so I end up stepping away from this job and I'm in a pit. And then I'm in my son's bedroom one day and he says to me, "Daddy, why are you different?" I said, "What do you mean, son?" He said, "Well, when I was 4, you were always happy. Now that I'm 5, you're always sad." That crushed me, but I needed it. It was medicinal for me. And I remember saying to God, "I don't know if you can get me out of this, but I'm willing to partner with you." And so one of the ideas he gave me is to go serve other people. And so I started serving at a homeless shelter in downtown Dallas. And I was doing grimy stuff. I was cleaning toilets and the floor of the guests. Those were guests that I may have looked down on in a different season of life, but in this season, I'm seeing eye to eye. God would use serving other people to reorient me to others, but I still needed to be reoriented to Him. And so the next day, I started looking online to see if Stonegate offered any classes or support groups, and I found one called Anxiety. And I'm like, sign me up. But when I walk into class, I look around and see nothing but women. And I said, "Ladies, is this the anxiety class?" They were like, "Yes." "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Hey, I'm struggling with it. Is this a gender-specific group?" And they shared with me, it didn't specify that, but it was the last night of meeting. And so I said, "Well, I'll let you ladies hold hands and exhale. I'll be on my way." And I leave. And then the young lady chases me down and she said, "Listen, we took a vote and the dude can stay. Come on back if you want." And in that group, I'm like, I found my people. I felt seen, I felt heard, and it really showed me the heartbeat of the people here. So I went home, told my wife, went to this class, it was amazing, and it was all women. She's like, "What?" And I explained to her what happened, and so I said, "Hey, I want to go on Sunday." Our first Sunday here, Pastor Rodney is really hitting home one main message, and it's God goes after bad guys. And by this time, I'm done faking, I'm done performing, I'm done wearing a mask like it's Halloween, and I'm like, I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. And He comes after me, and I was rocked. And God would use just a place of grace where even the leaders shared transparently to really bring me to Him. And now I know Him as Father. And I tell people I went from, performance to rest, from doing to being, from servant to son, from striving to being satisfied in what He did. And I'm a different man now.